Good morning. So I totally just interrupted my morning meditation to film a video, which is sort of contradictory to the point of meditation, but I just feel like I needed to share this. So I'm sitting out here in this beautiful space. This is where I come in the morning and I sit on this dewy grass with my mat, and I experience the birds and the sun, and it's my little moment. I take this time. And in my meditation this morning, I'm like finding myself very interrupted with thoughts of a conversation I had last night participating in a podcast called Touchpoint that my husband does, who he was interviewing Coach Michael. And so I'll make sure you get the link to listen to that interview if you're interested. But during this chat, Coach was talking about how he has a difficult time in meditation and how he's read all the books and he just can't calm down. He sits there and he tries to focus on his breath, and his mind starts to wander. And really, frankly, that is actually the exercise with meditation. I call them the mental push-ups. So every time my mind wanders, I come back and it's another mental push-up. And so maybe I get to do 100 push-ups or 200 push-ups in a 10-minute meditation, because that's how many times it takes me to bring my mind back to my body. And so as Coach is talking about some of his training techniques, working with clients, whether it's bodybuilding or strength training or just weight loss, he's talking about some of these techniques where he's like, you've got to strengthen your big toe. You got to put your big toe into the floor. You got to like pull your shoulder blades back. You got to work it all together. It's synchronicity. And I'm reliving this interview in my mind, in my meditation, because I'm doing the mental push-ups. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this video because that's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing in my meditation. So when I'm sitting here, part of my practice is a lot of what he's talking about in aligning everything. So what I'm doing is I get my comfortable posture, and I start by tightening my glutes, and I'm holding up my pelvic floor, and in my mind space here I am protecting my first two chakras. So I'm really grounded now. I've got my root, I've got my sacral chakras. I'm moving up to my solar plexus. I'm like holding in my belly button. I'm tightening that up, firming that up. And in doing so, I move up, and it sort of does just what he's describing. I'm like pulling back my shoulder blades, and in doing so, that's bringing forward my heart. So now my heart is active in my meditation. And then as I straighten my spine, I'm tucking my chin, and so now I feel like that's protecting my throat chakra. It's elongating my neck. I focus my eyes on the third eye inside, which I'm still struggling with that particular technique, but I try to focus on the third eye with my eyes and relax into that space. And in doing so, the crown of my head is lifted. And so now I have this whole body activated, this whole chain, these meridians of power within my body, and this energy alignment. And when I can do that, I come back to the breath. And maybe I hear the birds, I feel the sun, and I just stay in that space. And when I fall out of it, another mental push-up, right? And then I just start at the bottom and I work my way up, and I align those points. And so I thought, geez, maybe Coach Michael would find this beneficial, because though the moving meditation is not something I discount by any means, I love a good moving meditation, and I encourage that, whether it's walking, running, or cycling, or whatever you're doing to move your body. That too can be a very valuable part of a meditation practice. But the sitting meditation is a tremendous discipline as well. And I thought perhaps if Coach Michael could benefit from the concept of a mental push-up, maybe somebody else would see the connection there and the benefit of that. That's really all it is. It's just coming back to the breath every single time. If it's 100 times, it's 100 times. It's 100 push-ups. And then you're building that strength and that capacity. I don't know if finding perfect stillness is always the goal. So as you evolve in your meditation practice, I hope you find these tips helpful. And I hope you have a blessed day.